into the day with the dawn ringing in my ears. Oh, I tune into my TV show. No better way, I gotta get myself into gear. Let's go. Oh, and I feel good today with my wake up in the morning espresso. I feel good today. It's my feel good breakfast show.
A very good morning to you, beautiful early risers. Welcome to it. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show is live, large and in charge. Just gone 7 o'clock on this Wednesday morning. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day. My name is Katlego Maboe, and as always, it is so good to be in your company. Can't wait to spend the next couple of hours with you. Some very good news, though. Yes, everybody ready for it? Tomorrow we start back again at 6 o'clock in the morning. Yay! Early and cold time and wake up time, so everyone around. Yeah, you get up. We're also excited. Listen, but we are all about family on this show. And this morning, we're talking about navigating pregnancy during COVID-19. We're talking about opening up a sidewalk library between family members. And we'll even squeeze in a surprise show and tell that you'll have to stay tuned to find out all about. Let's see if you can recognize who's who. We're throwing it way, way back on this Wednesday. It's going to be one of those beautiful ones. Let's start off by saying hello to the rest of the team. What's up, guys?
Good morning, Kat. Good morning, South Africa. Jamie Domberg reporting live for duty.
Good morning, you beautiful people. Of course, my name is Rael de Mornay. Let's kick off the last of this short show before the big one begins tomorrow. This is crazy.
It's going to be your first time waking up so early.
Ever.
90 hours. I love it. I love it. You feel fresh. You're ready for the day. It's 3 hours of still the fun, still the entertainment, still keeping you knowledgeable with all things wealth and nutrition.
Of course.
And of course, still connecting with you on our social media platforms. Speaking about social media platforms, this morning we're talking about during lockdown, you know, we use this time for family building. Maybe there's some milestones that you'd like to share with us because, of course, we are your family. So let us know. Maybe there's been a marriage, maybe there's been a baby. Raul, do you want to make any announcements?
Well, there's no baby coming on yet, but we did have a big milestone with my grand. She had a 90th. Everybody flew down, but unfortunately we couldn't even see her, so we had to kind of wave through the fence. But it was good enough, a big enough milestone to make it still worth the while.
That's super cool. I'm actually waiting for my daughter to arrive. Her due date was on Sunday, so any minute now I'll be a first-time godmother, which is so exciting. But of course, let us know on our social media platforms what milestone you'll be celebrating or have been celebrating during lockdown. But right now, let's get on with the order of the day with those news headlines with Kat.
Thank you very much, Jamie Lee. Here's taking a look at those news headlines on the national news front. A Cape Town restaurant yesterday won a key court battle, which may have far-reaching consequences for insurers. Now, the restaurant had been insured for the outbreak of a pandemic, but the insurer claimed it was lockdown that caused the economic damage and not COVID-19. Western Cape High Court Judge Andre Legransi, however, ruled that the insurer is liable for any losses suffered since the 27th of March 2020 as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak and the subsequent lockdown. In other news, Basic Education Minister Angie Motshekga yesterday gazetted amended regulations on the dates when children in grades still learning from home will return to school and join the grades R, 6, 7, 11 and 12 learners. According to the amended regulations, grades 3 and 10 are expected back on the 20th of July. Learners in grades 1 and 2 will return to school a week later on the 27th of July, and grade 4 and 9 learners will go back on the 17th of August. The final cohort of learners to return to school will be those in grades 5 and 8 on the 31st of August. On the international news front, the World Health Organization said yesterday that experts from the global body would travel to Wuhan in China at the weekend to prepare a study of the origins of the novel coronavirus and how it jumped from animals to humans. Dr. Mike Ryan, head of the WHO's Emergencies Program, said the best place to start is clearly where the disease emerged in humans first. Now, China was heavily criticized by the United States and others who have accused it of secrecy and a late response to the outbreak. Meanwhile, a Ghanaian wax print company has launched a new line of designs inspired by the COVID-19 pandemic. The company's marketing director, Stephen Badu, says the new fabrics have symbols like padlocks, keys, and planes to reflect some of the measures implemented to curb the spread of the COVID-19 virus. Now, he said they wish to tell a story through their prints, and he added they believe the pandemic is going to leave a mark in the history of the world, and it's important that generations to come knew that once upon a time such a phenomenon occurred. And now news of a man bequeathing land to his elephants. As we focus on family life this morning, from India comes a story of a man who opted to bequeath most of his land to his 2 elephants that he says saved his life. Understandably, this has not gone down very well with his wife and daughter. Akhtar Imam, 50, from Bihar state, explained to his loved ones that he had bequeathed 2.5 hectares to gentle giants Moti and Rani because he loved them and simply doesn't wish hardship for them as they had saved him from gun-toting criminals. Now, their trumpeting woke him one night, and when he investigated, he saw they were chasing armed criminals. He emphasized that he owed his life to them. Imam raised Moti, 20, and Rani, 15, since birth. They roam his property freely. Imam tried to explain to his disgruntled wife and daughter that he would also bequeath a smaller portion of the land and his house to them, but to put it mildly, they were not in the least charmed. The lifespan of an Indian elephant is 50 to 70 years. And now turning our gaze to the world of entertainment, many have risen boldly to the challenge put out by the Black Lives Matter movement in its call for more representation, opportunities and platforms for the stories and experiences of people of color and marginalized communities to be provided. Disney has answered the call by announcing that it has signed an overall multi-platform deal with former NFL football player Colin Kaepernick, which will include a docu-series on his journey. The player has famously been unable to play in the NFL since 2016 when he kneeled during the national anthems to protest police brutality. The untitled series will include new interviews as well as archival footage from the last 5 years. The deal struck with Kaepernick's production company, Raw Vision Media, will focus on telling both scripted and unscripted stories focusing on race, social injustice and equality. The work of black and brown directors, creators, storytellers and producers will also be highlighted, something about which Colin is particularly excited. Disney Executive Chairman Bob Iger added, quote, Colin's experience gives him a unique perspective on the intersection of sports, culture and race, which will undoubtedly create compelling stories that will educate, enlighten and entertain, and we look forward to working with him on this important collaboration. And on that uplifting note, here's a first look at the weather for this Wednesday morning with Jamie Lee.
Thank you so much, Kat. Let's have a first look at the weather conditions this morning. But first, we've asked you to send in your sunrise pictures. Thank you so much to Elaine Sela, wishing us a happy Wednesday with this stunning sunrise picture all the way from Hammersdale in KwaZulu-Natal. Now, Hammersdale can expect cooler conditions today with a little morning rain reaching a high of 20 degrees. Another one coming through from Linda Macmillan also sent through a sunrise picture showing off the early morning orange sky in Durban. Now, South Africa's playground can expect sunshine to return after a cloudy start to the day, reaching a maximum temperature of 20 degrees. Thank you to both Elaine and Linda for sending through your sunrise pictures. We hope you have an awesome start to your Wednesday morning. Now, Independent Weather Service SAWX last night said the mammoth cold front developing in the South Atlantic and expected to make landfall in the Western Cape tomorrow is not only staying on course but is also strengthening substantially. It said on its website it should make for one of the most eventful winter weekends in South Africa in many years. Now, a significant amount of snowfall, even disruptive in parts, looks very likely from tomorrow night or the early hours of Friday morning for the Western, Eastern and Northern Cape, KwaZulu-Natal and even Lesotho. Now, gale force winds of between 70 kilometers per hour and 90 kilometers per hour can be expected. In the meantime, residents should make sure that drains and gutters are clear of all leaves, movable objects, tied down and pets kept safe indoors. The South African Weather Service has said that fine and cool conditions can be expected for most parts of the country today. They have, however, also warned that extremely high fire danger conditions can be expected in the Northern Cape today. But right now, let's take a look at the temperatures for the rest of the country. Now, more sunshine than clouds for you today, Polokwane, with a low of 4, peaking at 18 degrees. A passing afternoon shower for you, Umbumbela, ranging from 13 to 19 degrees. Pretoria, 4:21, and then a gentle northeasterly breeze of 15 kilometers per hour expected for you, Johannesburg, ranging from 3 to 19 degrees. Mahikeng, your temperatures range from 8 to 20, and then plenty of sunshine can be found in Klerksdorp today with a low of 7 and a high of 20. Kimberley, 9:22, and then windy with abundant sunshine for Bloemfontein today with a minimum temperature of 3 and a maximum of 19. Times of clouds and sun can also be expected for Richards Bay today with a range of 15 to 22 degrees. Pietermaritzburg, 10:20, and then cloudy and breezy conditions for South Africa's playground Durban today with a minimum temperature of 12, peaking at 20 degrees. Mostly sunny conditions can also be found in Mthatha today with a low of 5 and a high of 21, and then sunny with a moderate northeasterly breeze of 28 kilometers per hour expected for you, East London, with a low of 9 and a high of 25. Craddock, 12:22, Port Elizabeth, 8:21, and then abundant sunshine can also be found in George today with a minimum temperature of 12, peaking at 20. If you do find yourself in the mother city, Cape Town today, your low is 10 with a high of 21, and mostly sunny conditions for you, Woester, with a low of 14, peaking at 22. Now, the coolest start of the day can be found in Sutherland with -6 and a high of 19, and the highest temperature in the country, as always, can be found in Uppington with a low of 5, peaking at 26. But of course, whatever the weather, wherever you find yourself, happy Wednesday to all of you.
Well, it's turning out to be quite a happy Wednesday. Got a smile on our faces for sure as we reflect on some words of inspiration this morning. Now, the instincts needed to be apparent, the inclination to protect and to care, to nurture and guide are observed not only in humans but also in all sorts of animals. Now, as we take a deep dive into parenting today, we'd love to share some words on child rearing from acclaimed British primatologist and anthropologist Jane Goodall. And they are words that encourage us to appreciate the joys of the present rather than obsessing about the uncertainty of the future or the failures of the past. And she once had this to say.
I absolutely love this quote, Kat. Now, she says, one thing I had learned from watching chimpanzees with their infants is that having a child should be fun. And I absolutely love that. It speaks to all the positives, all the excitement and all those lavishing memories that are going to come through when you do have that new breath of life within you. So let's not forget that. I know things can be quite challenging during this time, but there's always a silver lining.
Yeah, even changing a diaper at 2 o'clock in the morning. Yeah, that's fun.
That can be fun.
You know, one of you is laughing, so the other one might as well join.
Might as well enjoy it. There you go.
Oh, you can make my day.
Okay. So I'm chatting to Umalume Musa here. He's owned a small clothing factory for years now, and he's always inspired me with his success. But like a lot of businesses, this lockdown's hit him hard. So he spoke to his banker, and they've put together a tailor-made relief solution for him to help his business and his people get through this. Making your bank your business partner, that's a habit worth keeping.
Gotta see that, man. Show me. Show me the time lapse.
How quick is it? And what there?
I'll bring it to you over there.
Details. And I was like, no, I got a new phone, so I don't have his details, but I can try and find it. I can maybe ask Manisha, she has it. And then I was busy shooting. Yeah, and then I'm busy shooting. Then Mikhail says, dude, don't worry, trying to find Loisa's details. Loisa passed away. I was like, what?
Spicy squash soup. I like that. Triple X.
I'm gonna try and find out.
Yeah. Spicy.
Ryle, the next time you and I do a segment together, we are gonna do that top billing walk-in, okay?
Oh, and then walk and talk.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, that's like I was born for that.
I think we should do that.
Music and everything.
45 seconds.
Hi, Kate.
Okay, I'm gonna come back.
Spoiled it. Fasin is a word I have not heard.
So I don't know what that was. In Bedu, yeah.
Go Google a song there.
She's an actress, you club. So yeah, then I will do the up sound, and then I'll do Vuvu, you'll do Monira and Gordon, I'll do Marisha and Ash, and you'll do Lago and
Wait, you're doing Vuvu and Monira.
Yes.
I'm doing Gordon and Marisha.
Yeah, then we'll do two until the end.
And then you're doing Ash. No, say again.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Happy birthday, a very happy birthday to you.
Hey, yeah. I'm welcoming the people back, Jamie.
Those dances, we need to work on that, but welcome to the
Fine, man. Guys, welcome back. Your Feel Good Breakfast Show, of course. You know what that sound is. We're celebrating. And we're celebrating your beautiful faces. It's time of the day. We're wishing you, our loyal and loved viewers, of course, a happy birthday. Now, today we are celebrating alongside one of the rising stars from Mzansi. And it's Thuso Mbedu, who turns 29 years old today. And she was nominated for an International Emmy Award for her role as Winnie in the telenova Isithunzi, and she was also acknowledged for her lead role on Barry Jenkins' adaptation, The Underground Railroad. And now, Vogue UK have made her one of the 8 most sensational faces on the small screen right now. So on your birthday, we wish you an accomplishment of many more of these incredible milestones. Wow.
Her face is for the gods.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I
wow.
understand why, Vogue UK is telling that she is. Just look at that. We needed that early in the morning, besides all of those dance moves that Raul just gave us. But right now we have a beautiful video sent through by Chanel Meyer. Let's check it out.
Happy birthday to Malachi. Happy birthday to you.
Yay! Yay! Good job, Malachi. Is there anything you want to say, Malachi, for your birthday?
Yeah.
What would you like to say? Yes.
What would you like to say?
Malachi, would you like to say anything to God or anything for your birthday?
Thank you, God, for my present, for my cake, and for everything. Amen.
Yay!
Thank you, God. Yay!
Yay!
I love it. And also that the mom's vocals over there, did you hear the background? Like, hey, yes, we heard you, Mama. We heard you.
Whole family involved. That was so special. I think that's exactly what birthdays are made of. Those beautiful memories.
Yay! Now get on for the rest of them. Yay! The next one reads to Vuvu. Happy 8th birthday to Vuvu. May you continue pushing boundaries and have as many laughs and adventures as you can. We love you to the moon and back. And this comes from Azania, Mama, Mom, and Dad. Yay! And then Munira, happy 57th birthday to my sister Munira Simons from your baby sister Jasmine. Hope you have a wonderful day today.
Oh, happy birthday, Jasmine. Now we've got Gordon coming up. Happy birthday, Gordon Bamanye Mbenenge. We thank God for keeping you safe through this hard time and for adding another year on your lifespan. Have a good one, brother man, from your family. Happy birthday indeed, soiree. And now we've got Marisha. There's a blessed 40th birthday to our mommy, Marisha Case. We thank you for being an awesome mom. We love you lots like chili tots, and we hope you have a fantastic day. From Ern, Caden, and of course, Daddy. Happy birthday, Marisha.
And this one reads, a very big happy 7th birthday to our son Ash. We can only thank God for another year added to your life. We're grateful to have you in our lives. We love you always and forever, big boy, from your mom, Andrea, and dad, Charlton. Look how cute is Ash. And then Iago, in a blink of an eye, you are celebrating yet another birthday. Happy 7th birthday to our kind scientist, Iago. You're the best big brother, and growing up to be a charming young man. We couldn't be more proud of you. Lots of love from your mom, dad, Nonny, and Georgia. They love you so much.
Last but not least, we've got Taylor Rose. We're wishing you a beautiful, well, my beautiful cousin Captain Taylor Rose a happy and blessed 8th crown birthday. May you be blessed with God's richest blessings upon your life, my princess. We love you loads. Our minion from the Baron clan. Oh, happy birthday, Taylor Rose. And if you, of course, would like to send your loved ones a birthday message, send us your birthday video to 071 640 6551 or email your wishes to birthdays@cordova.tv.
And from all of us here,
Yeah, thanks to Malakai's dad, now we all know the sound that emoji makes, that big smiling emoji with the closed eyes. It goes, yay! Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. Much appreciated. All right, now before we get cooking in the kitchen this morning, I want to just take a moment to remember that in these trying times that there are so many people that are without food on their tables during this very difficult and bitterly cold time. And so the time to act is now. And for as little as 10 Rand a day, you can provide one person with 3 meals for the day thanks to Woolworths and their Fill a Bag campaign that aims to distribute 1 million food care packs to families in need. Now, all you need to do is scan the QR code on your screen using the SnapScan app on your phone, or you can use your banking app and donate whatever you can contribute towards filling a bag. Remember that no amount is too small and every little bit will make a difference. And we appreciate what you've done so far. Please continue supporting the Fill a Bag campaign. Now, if you're looking for ways to ramp up your veg intake during winter, soups are about to become your best friends. And Chef Clem is making a veg-heavy, spicy squash soup with carrot top pesto. Yes, carrot top pesto. Now, the aromatics result in a perfectly spiced flavor that works beautifully with the sweetness of the squash. And this is a perfect midweek meal. You are like right in my lane, Clem.
It's winter.
Winter, and two, I'm all about the soups.
Me too. You know what? I think soups are such a great opportunity to like show your like culinary like expertise, because a soup is like, you think it's basic, but then what you do to it to make it like next level, kind of like when you flex in the kitchen. This is a really like flexing recipe, but it's really great because summer bodies are made in winter. This is a fact.
And you might as well pack in the veg now.
Exactly. So this is a great recipe because it fills you up. I know you've been on the like also on the veggie vibe right now.
I mean, you know, for like the past couple of nights, we've been chomping down on the peas and ham soup, which is great. The chicken broccoli combination is great as well.
Rock the brock, that's what we say.
And then the other day, I got this, it's a spicy lentil, it's a spicy lentil and veg.
From Woolies?
Yes.
That Moroccan lamb with lentils, that one maybe?
No, it's without the lamb, it's veg.
I think it's
all
spicy,
veggies.
yes.
Spicy lentil and veg. And I'm
it's so good. It's so good. So we're gonna teach you how to make a very, very simple soup. And if you substitute pumpkin, you take out the butternut, do pumpkin, it's low carb.
Okay, yes. Yeah. Oh, good.
Exactly. So, I mean, that's absolutely amazing. So we're going to roast these butternut. First thing is you split it in half, take out the seeds. The seeds are edible. We're talking about like so much of the vegetable is actually edible. The seeds are edible. You can roast the seeds.
Yes.
And,
and then what do you do with them?
And you season it. Thank you so much for asking. We've taken the seeds with a little bit of olive oil, a little bit of garam masala, and we've roasted it.
Oh my word.
But that's been thrown away.
Wait, so what if, because butternuts have a certain sweetness to them, right?
Yes.
What if you take like half of the batch, roast it, and then add some cinnamon to it, and then a little bit of a honey glazing tossed around.
Wow.
And then now you have seeds for your breakfast smoothie shake. I don't know what you're trying to do with your healthy self. Maybe you want to put it into a bowl on some yogurt.
Oh, wow. South Africa.
You know what I mean?
Coming soon, Katlego Cooks. Thursday night, SABC 3, 7:30. Check it out. Check it out. Katlego Cooks. Starting next week.
Is yours.
Yay! Wait. Yay! Okay, we have too much fun in the kitchen.
Oh, man.
So what I did, I cooked some onions down and I've added some carrots to it. This is gonna be the other part of our soup. I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to our butternut. This is a very, very simple soup, and I like the fact that the flavors intensify. So if you make it yesterday, it's amazing today.
Okay.
Mustard seed, we don't use enough mustard seed. It's amazing. It's got a little pop, but it's not a pop that you have to like chew through. It's a subtle little pop in your mouth. It's
does it have massive flavor?
I mean, think about mustard in general.
Like a mustard seed can like grow a huge
exactly
kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean, mustard in general is like it hits your sinuses. It opens up your sinuses. It allows you to taste more in the food that you're actually cooking. So imagine what the seeds do. I love it in a curry. It's amazing. Not gonna miss a step on flavor. Adding some curry leaves to the onions and carrots.
Curry leaves, okay.
Yeah, that's going in there. Some cinnamon, just little pieces like that. That's enough to permeate through. And then it's gonna roast.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, always
Done.
a little bit of pepper.
Can you roast it for about how long? How long does it take to get to that stage?
Butternut does take some time to roast. Probably gonna take you about like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
But then it comes out looking beautiful like this.
180, right?
180. 180 for safety. Absolutely. I'm gonna take some of these little cinnamon bits out because we're not gonna blend the soup. We're gonna keep it nice and chunky.
Oh,
keep it
wow,
chunky.
okay.
Keep it chunky. So to our beautiful carrots and onion, I'm gonna scoop out the flesh of our butternut now. If a little bit of the skin gets in there,
don't worry.
Don't worry.
More fiber, more better.
More fiber, more better.
Okay.
And you add it through. We're gonna break it through. It's so tender, it's so juicy. In fact, if you wanted to get extra nutrients in there, add the skin.
Add the skin. How
then
about
just
it?
blitz it up, blitz it up. If you really are concerned about how much crunch there is, not crunch, texture there is. It's such a simple soup.
I'm just thinking what if the point is to eat vegetables, then the point is to get as much nutrition out of them as possible. So add the skin.
For sure. I mean, the reason I believe some people don't eat the skin on a butternut is because someone told them you can't.
Yeah.
But in all honesty, it's really great.
You eat the skin off an apple.
Do you? You do? Potato? Exactly. Why you gotta discriminate on the butternut?
Don't, bro.
Don't. I mean, understand me.
Good.
Pumpkin you can't because that is really, really tough, really hard.
No, don't even go there because there was a stage where my late grandma actually, after we peeled pumpkin, used to like make a Swiss chardy kind of vibe with the green pumpkin skin. You know what I mean? Like that hardened.
Wow.
Cook it down, and then like it would be like if you had Swiss chard and you chopped it up, it had like creamy spinach.
I get you.
Yeah, so
I get
do
you.
something like that with it.
And it's just about being resourceful and like just using the ingredient to its maximum potential.
Absolutely.
Which is what we've done today. We've taken those carrot tops that we got from the carrots we could done earlier.
Yeah?
And we made a pesto out of it. So we took the carrot tops.
That's incredible, man.
A little bit of lemon juice, a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper. You can eat that.
Wow.
That's delicious. It's beautiful and acidic.
Those are the carrot tops.
It's the carrot tops. A little bit of sprinkle. I mean,
those seeds that you roasted.
That's how you make a soup.
Goodness.
That's how you make a soup. And I mean, that's gonna fill your heart. It's gonna make you happy. It's really delicious.
Wow. Yeah. That's absolutely amazing. Are you gonna be adding anything extra to it over there? You got some extra flavors?
Yeah. Okay. Thanks. I almost missed that one. I was just like in awe about that pesto. So this beautiful cultured plain. It's coconut yogurt. Coconut yogurt. Okay.
I'm a fan already.
These are really, really great. I mean, it also lifts. It's a little bit of acidity. It's like a squeeze of lemon.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, yogurt's a little tangy.
Yes.
Just a little bit. And then you kind of like do that.
Oh yes.
There we go. Done.
Wow.
Done. What more do you need? Okay, a little bit chili.
How about it? What about the ginger? Did you have like a whole?
So one of the ingredients that actually goes in there is with the soup. Yeah. You could actually roast your butternut with a bit of ginger, garlic, and turmeric, and chuck the turmeric in there as well. It's added nutrients as well. So you're getting flavor, but you're getting nutrients. This is not ginger, by the way. This is fresh turmeric.
Oh.
Fresh
Wait,
turmeric.
are they like cousins? They look very.
But can I break this open for
Please?
you?
Wow.
That's that color. That's the color. Can I give you a little tip? If you do want to grate this fresh, maybe use like some gloves.
Yes.
Because they will leave you
Once
stained.
it's on your
it's absolutely. So just grate a little bit of that inside that soup with the onion and with the carrot, and you're done.
Love it.
It's so simple, so easy. Like I said, you make it today, and tomorrow it's next level amazing.
The
It's
end
gonna be
result
so good.
looks absolutely amazing. Okay, there we go. There you see it. Try it out at home very simply. Find the recipe on our website, expressoshow.com, and let us know how yours turns out. Once again, Chef Clem, thank you.
Thank you.
Delicious.
Three, testing.
feel good continues. Now, when a passion for entertaining combines with a love of pretty things, the result is Lovely, a blog with a creative at the heart of it. Karen Kelly, who loves being surrounded by lovely things. Now, this creative blogger, wife and supermom joins us this morning to chat about some of the challenges she has faced during lockdown, her thriftiest decor tips, and more importantly, Game's Thrifty 50 birthday and how they're celebrating in true Game style with the epic Thrifty 50 trolley dash competition. Morning, Karen Kelly, and welcome to the show.
Morning. Thanks for having me.
It's such a pleasure of having you. I mean, we know you for your beautiful blog and its creative content, but for first-time visitors, what can they expect to find on your blog?
I started Lovely 10 years ago with the main aim just to inspire people. It's full of DIY tutorials and I've got some crafty items on there. And then I also share recipes, printables and other items that just makes me happy.
I love that positivity vibe. She's like bubbly. But of course, you've also had so many challenges along the way, as so many of us have because of the COVID-19. Take us through it. What has been some of the challenges that you've faced during this time?
So I think as a mom with small children, it's been quite difficult doing the homeschooling and cleaning the house and working and everything all together. So it's been a bit of a challenge just finding a new rhythm and trying to distribute your time properly in between everything.
That's true. I'm pretty sure many of us can relate, as well as yourself, Jamie, right?
Karen, I can hear you when you said and I was like, I hear
Yes,
you. I hear you, Mama.
yes.
I hear you. All of that, because I have a little one. He's 18 months and just trying to find a routine for him already is so stressful. But you doing all of this and still having a blog and trying to create content, girl, you are doing the most.
Now,
Thank you.
now, as Game celebrates its Thrifty 50 birthday, they are looking at the thriftiest tips people can offer, right? What are your thriftiest creative tips when it comes to content creation, DIY projects, and just being a mom, man?
So I think the main thing is you need to be thrifty with your time. You need to decide what makes you happy and spend most of your time on those things. And then when it comes to being a mom, it's spending quality time with your kids, which will allow you then to spend quality time working again. I think it's difficult trying to do everything at once. So you need to plan it out a little bit. And when it comes to content creation, I like to look for things at home instead of going out and sourcing things for styling, trying to find things at home and being creative at home.
Listen, you need to write a book for me as well, just because then I can take some more tips from you. But we also know that Game has taken, their Thrifty 50 trolley dash competition onto a digital platform with their Thrifty 50 personality quiz. We want to know, what thrifty personality type did you get, and were you surprised by the results?
So I came out as on Fatima, and I think I can relate with it, except with cooking. I don't cook at all. So she's all about thrifty, spending money, spending her money wisely. So I think that's a lot like I am.
It's all about saving, man, and just being responsible all round, because we are faced with this global pandemic that has put a halt on so many processes. So before we let you go, Karen, we want to know, if you won the Thrifty 50 trolley dash, what items would you be throwing into your trolley?
Okay, so I think preparation would be key for this. I would put my running shoes on, get a map of what's going on in the shop beforehand. And then I'll definitely start with the bigger luxe items on my wish list. So probably a new laptop and then a power supply or bank or something. And then I'll go over to the home essential items. So get more groceries filled in and then some home cleaning items.
I would do the same thing, Chomi. And I was actually asking everyone in studio what they would put in their trolley. And everyone was like, electronics. Go to the electronics session first.
No, I think you need to plan it like that. Definitely. Start with those first.
I like that you're always talking about planning, always preparing everything. But Karen Kelly, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to chat to us this morning. Have a wonderful day further.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure.
Now, for you at home to enter the Thrifty 50 Charlie Dash competition, all you have to do is go to Game's Facebook page to complete the Thrifty 50 personality quiz. And once you've completed the quiz, all you have to do is share it on your Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter page with the hashtag #BDayGotGame and hashtag Thrifty50. Remember, T's and C's can be found on expressoshow.com, and the competition runs until the 10th of July, 2020.
And remember, if you're in a game store from the 24th of June to the 14th of July and spend 250 Rand or more, you can fill in your details on your till slip and drop it in the competition box in store to stand the chance to win a share of 1 million Rand in game vouchers daily. What are you waiting for? Go shopping, guys.
Now let's keep those celebrations going in the home. Now, from bathroom to living room, bedroom and kitchen, you can create your ultimate living space in style by investing in practical pieces that'll make your home work better for you. Now, art director Ian Martin joins us live in studio this morning to tell us more about this trend and how you can, of course, achieve it with Woolworths. Ian, great to have you here. I'm feeling very, very inspired because lately I've been going around looking at different apartments, living spaces, and just being completely inspired with how a space can be transformed and given new life just with the pieces that are placed around creatively.
Yeah.
So let's talk about some of the latest trends right now in home decor and design.
Sure. Well, you know, I think the thing is we all know it. We're spending a lot of time at home. We're probably going to be spending more time at home, so there's a lot of investment in the home. And I think what design is doing is it's giving us a return to nature. It's making us feel more comfortable in our homes. So it's a lot of natural textures. You know, it's things like the woods. It's things like the 100% cotton. I think what it does is it's kind of grounding us and making us feel a little bit more normal than the madness going on around us.
That's very true. And just as you say, we are spending so much more time at home. Obviously, to a great extent, as a result of the lockdown, people are working from home. Kids are spending more time at home. So there's this need to make the living space kind of more desirable to be in there. You want it to work better for you. So let's talk about what you can do and what tips you have to make your home space work better during this time.
Sure. What I actually thought was the thing about natural products, which I noticed at Woolies, is natural textures. Is it kind of brings that merge of beauty and practicality. So, you know what? We don't want to go and buy laundry baskets, but if you're going to do it, let's rather not have the bright pink plastic thing. So I think what they do is they bring a beautiful practicality to your home. And I think they tend to be slightly investment items. So you don't want to buy a laundry basket every season, every month or whatever.
Very true.
So it's in slightly investment, but I think it's got more longevity when it's a natural texture.
Yeah, and then also it makes me feel like you can actually use it as opposed to just having something there as an ornament that just like gathers dust.
100%.
And then you kind of look at it and go, oh, I remember buying that 3 years ago. I haven't done anything with it.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, so with that said, what are some of the must-have items that every home should have in order to create this kind of living condition you're talking about?
Well, as I said, no one wants that bright pink old plastic laundry basket that we used to use when we were students. The nice thing about...
you were a student.
Exactly. The nice thing about this one is it's 100% cotton. It folds away, so you stick it behind the door, and once you need to use it, you just pop it up and there it is, it's done. The other thing is the beautiful wooden bowls and wooden chopping boards that Woolies have. They are sourced from fallen trees and trees that have been felled in around the Cape Town area. So it adds beautiful texture. It's very practical in a kitchen.
Wonderful.
Recycled glasses. So all of these glasses are recycled. They have no lead in them, which means that they're also recyclable.
Yes.
And they're proper. They like really substantial. There's full-on weight to those guys. So
they just need to be filled right now.
Yes, add a little more weight to them next time. And then, what else have I got? Oh, beautiful stoneware. It's a bit of a trend. It's moving to a very simple, clean kind of crockery. It says a beautiful statement about yourself. It's a return to more of a minimal, less embellished kind of dinnerware.
Like it's got a calming effect when you look at making your tea or your coffee in the morning. I don't know, there's something about the look and feel of homeware like this that gives me calm.
Yeah. Exactly. And then, like I've been saying the whole time, it's still winter. We're kind of like nuzzling in. There's beautiful 300 and 400 count thread count linen, which is amazing. And again, all natural cotton and hangers, guys.
Oh, yes.
I know. It's the most exciting item of the day, right? But seriously.
It really is.
Let's, again, if we're going to do away with that plastic laundry basket, let's do away with the plastic hangers. It's just better for your clothing. And again, a bit of wood, a bit of texture in your home.
And has a way of kind of giving that little bit of kind of joie de vivre to your...
Yeah, you know, someone opens your cupboard, you don't want to have 47 different kinds of hangers. It kind of just looks good.
In 47 different colors as well.
Exactly.
All right, so with all of this to choose from, what would you say is your ultimate piece to have?
Do you know what? They're all really good things to own. I'm actually going to go with the linen. I'll tell you why I'm going to do that. Check what Woolies have done. Remember these good old plastic covers?
Okay.
Well, what they're doing now is every single piece of linen that they sell is going to come in a bag. So that's their little contribution to just minimizing the plastic that we have in our world, which I think is pretty cool. So yeah,
it's cool.
All fabric bags.
After that, you know, if you want to keep it, like I would probably do for when you're moving or when you need to store them after you.
Yeah, it's a good, you know, it's a good.
Wash them again.
It's a good travel kind of thing. You can, you know, put some stuff in there for an overnight bag.
If you're doing like a little small grocery shopping.
Sure.
I'd do that. Would you, Ian?
Yeah, like your...
Would you be embarrassed if I walked next to you with that?
Those 3 groceries that you need?
Do you know what I mean?
You know, pop them in with your Studio W bag.
Bread, eggs, and apples. Ian, thanks very much, man. Very, very cool and very exciting, the world of homeware and design that is offered by Woolies. So you can give your home the style update that it deserves, and you can shop these homeware items and more at Woolworths, online, in-store, and of course on the Woolworths app.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
You're still with your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, here on SABC3. Now, the last time we had the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra in studio with us, they were gearing up for the Summer Music Festival and performance at the Kirstenbosch Gardens. And little did we know that a few months down the line, the concerts would be taking place in the comfort of each member's homes. Joining us on a video call this morning is Louis Henneman from the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra. Sir, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
What a time we find ourselves living in. I mean, no one could have prepared for this, but you guys seem to have taken it on and grabbed it by the horns, really.
Well, we had no choice. We couldn't sit at home doing nothing. very early on in the lockdown, we decided that we need to do something, and we produced our first video. It was very successful. It had lots of views on YouTube and on Facebook. So we were quite happy, and we decided we'd have to do more and more. And since then, we've produced 5 videos. The latest one was the Cape Town City Ballet, and we're already busy with our 6th video. We want to keep in the hearts and minds of people, so we decided this is a way to do it. And we've got a whole lineup of new performances.
You do such a fantastic job so far, taking up space in our hearts. I mean, we love the work that you do, and it really does touch our hearts in the most beautiful way. But, you know, the orchestra gives a lifeline to hundreds of musicians from underprivileged areas who still struggle even more with sustainability today. How have you been working on, you know, filling this void?
A couple of years ago, we started with our community concerts. We thought that young budding musicians that otherwise wouldn't have had the chance to perform with an orchestra must be able to work with us. That includes Zip Zap Circus and a lot of youngsters in different genres. We started the community concerts, and it was extremely successful. We're going to do it again soon, and perhaps there's no concert hall, but you know, people can watch these concerts and the individual numbers on WhatsApp. So that's what we're going to do to get it back into the community. You see so many videos on YouTube and on WhatsApp and all the social media. We're going to keep our presence as for the musicians and collaborate with all the young musicians of Cape Town that way, and hopefully it will spread, because most people have got smartphones these days, and they can watch the music not in a concert hall but on their smartphones.
Mr. Heinemann, I know that, you know, the musicians that you work with at the orchestra and, of course, at the Cape Town City Ballet, they do this out of love. It comes from a place of love. First is the passion, and we can't avoid that. I mean, we see it every single time they step on any stage, or when we look at them on our screens, you see all the love that they put into it. But surely there must be an element of commercialization to this. How are you keeping, you know, them earning during this time? Is there any platform opportunity to earn while they do this work online?
Without any concert income, we won't be able to survive for too long. We're cutting into our little nest egg that we saved up, and unfortunately we have to use that now, but we will have to be quite inventive and clever to survive towards the end of the year. I am sure we will, but it's going to be not so difficult, not so easy.
We are also hopeful. It's such a difficult time for any type of business, and including the business of entertainment itself. But, you know, how have you managed to keep the team motivated during these difficult times?
You know, a dancer or a musician is like an athlete. They have to work every day. I guess most of them were practicing every day. And although we don't rehearse together, we've been communicating with them all the time. And we've just sending out a long list of new works that we will be doing over the next few months. And they have to start practicing and motivating themselves. I think you have to be in the right mind frame to be able to survive this extraordinary, unprecedented times. And we're there for them, and we're there for the people of Cape Town, and I hope the people of Cape Town would be supporting us as well.
This is indeed such an interesting time. We're having to reimagine the way that we operate in every sense of the word, but it takes such great leadership. And I think the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra are so lucky to have such great leadership, such fantastic leadership in people like you. And we wish you all the best. And I know that when we do come out of this, there'll be lots of South Africans and lots of people from all over the world really ready and on standby to support you when you go back onto the stage. Thank you so much, Mr. Louis Heinemann, for joining us.
Thank you. We're looking forward to that first real concert.
And of course, that was Mr. Louis Heinemann of the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra chatting to us about the difficult times of COVID-19, but how the Philharmonic Orchestra, alongside the Cape Town City Ballet, are keeping things moving during this time. And I certainly hope that when we do get back to the normal that we all love and know, that we'll all be on standby to show them all the love and support.
Ben Tubbs, it's so incredible to see how they're orchestrating such beautiful sounds for our ears. But right up in the kitchen, we're going to be orchestrating some beautiful tastes for your mouths. Stay tuned for this.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
Now, of course, we are back in the kitchen and it's time to complete your Sunday roast or midweek dinner with our Clover buttery roasted cauliflower recipe. Now, this flavor-packed veg dish makes for a quick, simple and comforting side dish, or of course a hearty vegetarian meal. Now, either way, we'd say it's definitely one for the cookbooks, and the vivacious Chef Mo is taking us through the business. How are we doing this morning?
I'm great. How are you, Ryle?
I'm so good. I'm so excited. I've never been in the kitchen with you before.
Yes.
I've heard good things, maybe even better than Clem, so let's hope we deliver.
I won't go that far, though. But yeah, we're doing one of my favorite dishes. I love cauliflower. I don't know how you feel about it.
An absolute fan. You know why? For me, cauliflower is such a great ingredient as an athlete. Why? Yes. Especially if you're wanting to reduce your calories. It's got a lot of nutrition, a lot of fiber, but it doesn't actually have that many calories. So substituting it with rice and pastas is like a carb killer. It's perfect.
Absolutely, like a cauliflower steak or like a cauliflower pizza base. You know, you can do so many things with it.
Yes.
And like you said, it's high in fiber, not the internet kind, the good kind of fiber. Right, so we're also using Clover Moy River butter because, you know, buttery roasted cauliflower, that just sounds like amazing things. So in here, I've got some butter. I'm going to melt that up in my pot. And basically, I'm going to make like a little marinade with this butter. And I'm going to add
made with butter and heat is just the bee's knees.
The bee's knees, indeed. So in there, I went with some paprika. I'm going to do a little bit of oregano and some fresh thyme. So that's going to just reduce down a little bit. You're making like a little butter oil sauce, basically. Right? And that's going to flavor your cauliflower. This is the best way to have vegetables, by the way, because, you know, you don't want to just boil them and then they're all bland and stuff. Butter just makes everything better.
Yeah, it does. I can put butter on anything, actually. I don't know what doesn't taste better with butter on. Let us know, actually, guys. If you're out there and you're tuning into our social media channels, please, on expressoshow.com, anywhere, let us know what does not taste good when you add butter to it. I would actually love to know.
Especially, definitely. That's a good one. So in here, I've quartered the cauliflower heads. You can also do this with any other veg, but we know cauliflower is just a winner. And then marinate that.
Look at that.
Look at that, beautiful. It's a good, beautiful color. It's going to go golden brown in the oven as well. So just a bit of butter.
Does the cauliflower actually like soak this up now, or is it just kind of glaze it on the outside?
It's sort of going to, you can leave that overnight actually so that it can absorb all of that flavors, because cauliflower's got a nice neutral flavor. It just absorbs all of that flavor that you add to it. So it's a fantastic veg. In here, I've got some cream, so I'm going to bake that in a cream base.
Naughty.
Yeah, this is the best way to have vegetables. Okay, so we're going in with some mustard. Chef Clay mentioned he used whole mustard seeds earlier. You know, faith like a mustard seed. So we're doing a little bit of mustard paste, like whole grain mustard, whatever you have, just for some more flavor to your cream, and a bit of spring onions, just to flavor your base. And then pour that into a dish.
Just dripping in there, guys. While she's doing that, of course, head over to expressoshow.com for some of this recipe inspiration. It's a cauliflower treat. I know all you gym lovers out there are going to appreciate this one just as much as I am. What are we doing now?
So now, I love a little bit of, you know, tanginess when I do something creamy, especially like with cauliflower. And I love lemon zest. It's got loads of antioxidants and you want that vitamin C. So you're just adding more nutrients and vitamins to this dish.
It's perfect because we've got the fiber and a lot of nutrition coming from the cauliflower already. So you're adding some of that citrus and some of those vitamins.
You know what I'm saying?
This is turning out to be a Nature Boy approved meal. I'm liking this.
I love that. Okay, so in goes your cauliflower. Just like nicely coat that in that beautiful sauce. And what I love about Moy River butter is that there's no artificial flavorings or colorants, you know, that they use to make this butter. It's made from farm fresh cream that's been pasteurized. So goodness all the way.
Yeah, love that, man.
You're
That
buying
is
the good
incredible.
stuff.
You are doing a little bit more, I think, by giving back and also operating in a more sustainable environment. So
Yeah.
doing your part and enjoying those flavors at the same time.
So
It's perfect.
to this, because we like a little texture as well, making a little crumb with some breadcrumbs, a bit of cheddar cheese or Tusser's cheese, whatever cheese you have, and some parsley, and then just pack that onto.
Oh, okay.
And then as that bakes in the oven, it becomes golden, delicious, a little bit crispy, you know.
It's like you've turned a cauliflower into a chip that's healthy. What just happened? What?
And there's this poem about Betty Butter, who bought
Betty?
some butter.
Oh, yeah, please tell me. I remember that. I failed
remember?
this in school. I wasn't the greatest. I was just running outside playing sports. I would never come in. I remember Betty, or how does it go?
So, well, I might just get into that. Because Betty Butter bought some butter,
Betty Potter bought some butter.
but she said the butter's bitter.
Betty Potter bought some butter, but she said the butter's bitter. Bang!
It was not Moira River butter. I mean, what was Betty thinking?
Oh, come on, Betty. Come on. What were you thinking?
I mean, I don't know what butter she's buying on her grocery shopping for essential items.
No, I love that. Betty, we need to have some words with you, girl.
Yes, but in the end, you know, Betty Butter bought some better Moira River butter.
She learned.
And her batter was better.
Well, there you go, Betty. There's only one way to make these incredible cauliflower treats. Now, that is obviously one way to pack bags full of flavor into a hearty veg dish. So, of course, head over to the expressoshow.com to get this delicious recipe. And now, of course, watch the space in case you missed any of these steps. Check it out.
Made with love by Clover.
Clover Fresh Milk is the #1 milk brand in SA. Made with love by Clover.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The promise promise of a new life is said to be a blessing, but pregnancy can often be quite stressful. And with the coronavirus spreading fast throughout the world, this can definitely make pregnancy very overwhelming. Now, Johannesburg-based gynecologist and obstetrician Dr. Neelan Pillay joined us to answer some of the common questions about pregnancy, delivery, and staying healthy and safe during the COVID-19 pandemic. Good morning, doctor, and welcome to the show.
Hi, guys. How are you doing?
We're good.
Thanks for having me.
Our absolute pleasure. Let's get right into it because there's so much questions with regards to being pregnant and contracting coronavirus. Would you say being pregnant, you're more susceptible to contracting the virus as opposed to not being pregnant?
Well, the truth of the matter is being pregnant or not pregnant, the chance of you contracting the virus is exactly the same. Initially, when the disease started off, we thought that pregnant women were at lower susceptibility to contracting the virus. And as time progressed, we found out that women that were pregnant had an equal risk of contracting the virus as opposed to if you were not pregnant. So the truth of the matter is, if you are pregnant, you should take all the precautions, probably if not more, than when you are not pregnant. And I do understand that this does become very stressful on a pregnant woman. This should be an exciting time where you're looking forward to receiving a beautiful bundle of joy at the end. And now this gets complicated by the fact that you need to watch out where you go, what you're doing, wash your hands, and the whole social distancing. But that is important, unfortunately.
Absolutely. Now, if a pregnant woman does test positive for the coronavirus, can this then be passed on to an unborn baby?
Yes, the newest studies show that it can be passed on, but they conducted a very interesting study where they looked at a pregnant woman that had COVID-19 and she was quite sick at the time, and the woman had a cesarean section. And they looked at the presence of COVID-19 in the placenta, in the amniotic fluid, which is basically the water that covers the baby. And they found that there was COVID-19 in both the placenta and the amniotic fluid, and also the unborn, the baby.
So where does that then leave a mom that wants to breastfeed? Would you then go against breastfeeding when you are positive for the coronavirus?
So whenever we prescribe something in medicine, we look at the positives and the negatives of whatever we're prescribing. In effect, breastfeeding is a prescription. So we could look at it as taking Panado, for example. And if we look at the side effects or the negative effects of breastfeeding and the positive effects of breastfeeding, on the one hand, you will have the chance, be it small, of the baby contracting COVID-19 from a mother that is positive. And on the other hand, you've got all the positive benefits of breastfeeding. And one mustn't deny the fact that breastfeeding has numerous benefits. Number one, we know that breastfeeding babies do better at school. We know that breastfeeding babies have a lower chance of contracting asthma. We know that breastfeeding babies grow better and have a lower chance of getting any infection because of the fact that the antibodies from the mother get transferred through to the baby in the breast. We would rather take the advantages of breastfeeding than the chance of the baby contracting COVID-19. So when she breastfeeds her baby, she should wear a mask. And prior to breastfeeding the baby, she should make sure she washes down the nipple, preferably with just soap water, and rinse nicely, and then latch baby onto the breast.
Doctor, let's talk about the birth plan. How could the coronavirus then impact that? What has changed with regards to the hospital policies during this time? And can your partner and parents still join you in the labor room?
Now, you'll have two categories of patients and two categories of hospitals that do two different things. So the one category of patient that you will have is a patient that has tested COVID-19 negative and goes into labor. That patient will be allowed to go into a birthing suite together with where other COVID-19 negative patients attend, and will be able to conduct her delivery that way. When the baby is born, they will be treated as being COVID negative. Now, on the other hand, you might have a woman that has tested positive for COVID-19. She will be taken to a facility for confinement of COVID-19 patients because we do not want to have cross-transmission of patients. So if it is in the government facility, there might be a specific government facility for COVID-19 mothers. If it is in the private facility, often the private institutions have a separate ward where they have for mothers who are COVID-19 positive and delivery. Now, in the private institution, we do things a little bit different. All women that come into the hospital are tested for COVID-19, so we know who's positive and who's negative because we have a swab. And the COVID-negative patients are allowed to birth in a suite together with other COVID-negative women, and the COVID-positive women have to go to an area for COVID-positive patients. Now, I want to add on to that question, is your partner allowed to deliver or come into the delivery suite, be it a natural delivery or be it a cesarean section? So in the private institutions, how we're handling that situation is, if you are COVID negative, then your partner or parent is allowed to come into the hospital together with you. At our institution, what we do is we allow the partner to be together with mum during the labor or cesarean section, and the partner should stay the whole period with his wife until they are discharged home. What we don't want is an up and down out of the hospital, because that just increases the risk profile of the hospital. If you are COVID positive, we will take much more precaution because we want to protect the health professions dealing with you. We will treat you with utmost dignity and care, so you do not need to be afraid that we're not going to give you the treatment that you require. But unfortunately, your partner will not be allowed to come into the hospital because we want to limit the amount of patients that are COVID positive, and we don't want cross-infection.
Dr. Neelan Pillay, thank you so much for your expertise on this topic. I mean, it is definitely a time where a lot of mothers are filled with so much uncertainty. So thank you so much for answering our questions.
It's so good to be on your show, and thank you for the invite.
South Africa's COVID-19 infections are still on the rise. Therefore, it is so important for you to continue to protect yourself and those around you from contracting the coronavirus by washing your hands regularly with soap or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. Avoid close contact with people who are sick and clean and disinfect frequently touched objects and surfaces, and make sure to stay home if you can. We can get through this difficult time if we all work together.
Yes, indeed, we can get through this difficult time together while holding hands, and especially while we're focusing on Family Day today, or kind of focusing on all things family and babies. We thought that it would be cute for us to kind of dust off the old baby pictures and just show them to you and see whether you can guess who is who in the Expresso Zoo. Who was a cute baby? Who wasn't? This is actually what this segment is really all about. We're trying to, we're going to judge each other hard right now.
Are we going to really ask that question? Who was cute and who wasn't?
No, let's not do that.
No, I'm just saying, sometimes people's faces say it more than, you know, their words.
At least now the cameramen know to really focus on those close-ups of everyone's reaction.
Now, I'm not sure in what order the pictures are going to come up, but so you'll see them at home as we see them as well. So here's the first one. Take a look at this munchkin over here. Now, okay, I have no idea who that is.
Okay, but now is this person definitely here? Because I would say that's Kuchle.
Is it? Oh, wait. What would make you say that? What would make you say that?
Just look at that, like, it's, you know, whenever Tapiso does something really stupid, she looks at him like, Tapiso.
And that's that face.
It's that face.
Does that look?
Wait, so who is that?
That is me.
Whoa!
It is I.
Okay, wait, actually, when we do that transition shot like that and go from the baby picture to you, okay, now you can see how I don't know which camera to the face like melts onto yours.
Same.
Wow, so they put you.
I know you were cute. You were
those cheeks. Those cheeks.
All right, and wait, who's this? Who's this?
Next one.
Wait. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
That's when our studio director makes me upset. That's the look I give.
Can we just like focus on his shoes for like 2 seconds? Tubbs, what are you wearing there? What are you wearing?
Shoes.
What shoes are you wearing?
How come nobody crossed that hard? Okay, those were my playing shoes, right?
Our style maven, ladies and gentlemen. Right there. Okay, let's see the next picture. Whose picture do we have now? We have this picture. So this is...
I'm gonna go.
No, it's the hair that gives it away,
Yes,
right?
100%.
It's Ryle Demone.
You know, I wish my hair still looked like that, guys. This business is
It actually still does.
Oh man, I miss those lovely locks.
You got that coconut oil thing going.
And check how gangster I was, man.
Those 90s.
No. There's nothing gangster about that picture. It's everything.
Man, I'm cool and gangster as a kid. Come
Who's
on.
that standing
Check
next
at
to
this.
you?
Check at this.
Oh.
Same.
I do
Same.
Same.
Wow, Ryle. So the TV business really has aged you quite a bit and has had you losing quite a lot of hair.
And then it just goes further and further back.
Oh, man.
Further and further.
All right,
Not easy.
How about the next one? Who's this? Let's take a look. Oh my goodness.
Is it possible that it's this?
Wait.
Because we can have more than one picture for
The same
one person.
Yeah.
I'll say
I don't think that's Ryle though. That doesn't look like
Clement?
Clem, is that
Is
you?
that you?
Why have I not changed? Why am I equally round? Literally, I'm equally round and equally brown. Nothing's changed. Except I got less hair.
Clem, if it is you, you have to bring that hairstyle back, man.
It's in the nose. For me, it's all in the nose. I can see by the nose that you've kind of grown into your nose type of thing.
Yeah.
I've grown into my...
No, I don't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. As in like the, you know, it's cute, man. It's cute.
Yeah,
Who's this? Who do we have next?
It was definitely before your nose piercing, Clem. Wow, that's really cute.
Who's this? Clem, is that still you?
That's gotta be Clem.
Oh, man. Style is amazing.
Look at
I'm just living for the style.
my neon yellow pants.
Yes.
And by the way, I don't remember that animal that I'm holding.
It's a dog. It's a pooch.
Is it?
Yeah, come on. Is that a cat?
Is it a bat?
Is it a bat? what style were you rocking there? It reminds me of like that MC Hammer vibe.
It was early 90s. It was neon, baggy pants, Velcro shoes. I'm wearing the Velcro shoes right now.
Oh, yeah?
How old were you, Chef?
Must have been like 4.
And you can't remember the cat, so you just picked up a random cat.
You know, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed.
So basically, for all the parents out there, if your kids are forcing you to get a pet right now, they probably won't remember it when they're Clem's age. They really just give you a hard time now.
Don't say no.
Don't feel bad for saying no.
Let's see, who's this?
Cat Factor! Am I right?
100%.
Definitely. Look at that happy face. That is him.
Can you hit the pose? Can you hit the pose?
Oh, wait, I need somebody to hold me. Hold on, no. I'll do it without that. I think I was like, is that my right hand?
Ah, man.
Yes. Check that pose.
That's definitely.
Check that pose. Yeah.
You can tell just looking at that picture that this was going to be entertaining. Same
No,
guy.
same.
guy. Was that your
I can't believe
christening?
how chubby I was. That was at my christening, and actually, that's my late grandma. That's at my christening. Chubby cheeks. Wow.
Phoenix.
Big
same
head.
face.
Why are you guys all growing to your cheeks?
Hey. All right, let's take a look. Who's this?
Up next is...
Who's this? Wait, Ryle, is that you?
What do you mean? It's the hair, right? Can you see? Ryle and I the same hair from birth. It just changed along the way, guys. But the forward game is still strong there. Hey? Look at that.
But you know what's interesting is you on that picture as a baby have a plat gezicht. And now it's sort of opened onto the outer...
It's called contour, my friend. Contour for the gold.
I knew it. I knew that the shade would come out at some point. We tried to stop it, but no amount of cuteness can stop it. All right, but we enjoyed that and hope that you did as well. How about you share some of your baby pictures with us today? We are all about family on your Feel Good Breakfast show. So do so on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, #Expresso Show. We're going to take a quick break while just enjoy it.
When you do post a picture of yourself as a baby, post one of yourself as a baby next to the one of yourself now.
So you can judge.
You know, so we can judge.
No, we don't want to judge.
We don't want to judge. You want to
At the end of the show, we're going to watch
Come on,
everybody's
come on.
submissions.
Wrap it up,
and then
wrap it
we're going
up
to just
now.
have a nice time. Ne? We'll be waiting for that.
Warm up your winter with Super M by winning your share of 500,000 Rand in cash and prizes. Whether you need a morning pick-me-up, a midnight snack, or a study cram filler. Buy any Super M, follow Super M SA on Instagram or Facebook. Share your warm-up filler and tag 3 friends to stand a chance of winning your share of that 500,000 Rand in cash and prizes.
Fun and games. Welcome back to it, your feel-good breakfast show. It is Expresso here on SABC3. We are live. Thank you so much for choosing to wake up with us on this beautiful, beautiful day. Now, the Woolworths Fill a Bag Crew Challenge, which we have been putting across the studio here, continues to grow and gain such incredible momentum. After being continuously inspired to participate and make a difference, thanks to our most recent contribution, which was very, very kindly and generously pledged by our very own Katlego, I can confirm that we have received another inspiring donation. This time around, a 7-year-old Noah Shaban is on board and ready to make a very special donation of his own. Take a look at this.
If you donate 10 Rand, every bit helps. So please, all of you, donate anything. I'm going to donate 100 Rand out of my pocket money. And I really don't want anyone starving. Ever. Hold on, this one's gonna be correct. I just donated 100 Rand to the people that really need it.
Noah.
So
man.
sweet, so cute. I love how all these kids are just going above and beyond and so selflessly at such a young age. It's incredible, Tubbs.
It's beautiful.
Now, thanks to the continuous and ongoing efforts of South African citizens, Woolies has managed to raise, wait for it, 2,033,108 Rand. Absolutely incredible.
Yes,
wow.
yes,
Now,
yes.
this, of course, equates to a total of 689,189 meals and 3,279 bags have been donated in total. Unbelievable stuff. Now, compassionate actions such as young Noah's this morning go a long way to show how important it is to consider and assist those in need in whatever way possible. And together, we can make a difference and help rebuild a rainbow nation. Thank you, Mzansi.
Beautiful. That's beautiful stuff. Come on. Yeah.
Indeed. Thank you very much, South Africa. You have made the daily difference, and you can continue to do so by supporting the Fill a Bag campaign. And I've got to say this, that, I mean, it's been something that's really touched us, I think, really in the deepest way here, all around the studio, in the family members and friends of ours that we've inspired. But in fact, seeing what you have done to get the campaign up to more than 2 million Rand. And Clem, you were very moved by this. Was it yesterday?
On Monday.
On Monday. We were looking at the total because previous Friday we were at like
900 and something. We're about 5,000 short of a million.
And then come Monday we jumped to 2 million with this, which is absolutely amazing. You were quite moved by that.
So to understand what's been happening right now with the Fill a Bag, it's been so impactful. We talk about it every day, and even me seeing the numbers grow, being like really, really like proud and honored to be like part of this whole movement. But then on the weekend, I'm like in a rush trying to go pay bills and trying to get things done. And like in the middle of everything happening, someone came up to me and said, Chef Clem, thank you so much for my Woolies bag. I received my bag and it was amazing.
What?
Prior to receiving my bag, my family hadn't had a proper meal, get this, for 3 days.
Wow, man.
There are South Africans out there that are not only just skipping meals, they're going days without meals. And that it stopped me right there. And like everything happened in about 15 seconds. I didn't get the person's name, none of that information. And I mean, it's quite a lot to come up to say thank you for something like that and to admit like what's happening. It hit me so hard. And then to understand what we've been able to do with just under 1 million Rand. And then in 3 days, another million on top. Imagine what we are about to do with 2 million Rand. It's huge. And it hit me, guys, the emotions. It just happened.
Absolutely, it must. And as you've heard before, every little bit helps. For as little as 10 Rand, you could help feed somebody 3 meals for a day. 10 bucks.
10 bucks.
And it doesn't even have to be 10 Rand. It could be less than that. It could be like 2 Rand.
Something, anything.
Something, 50
It's proven that it's made a difference. And South Africa, thank you for caring.
Thank you.
The generosity, oh my word.
Well said, Clem. All right, but back in the kitchen right now to explore some more deliciousness, because you'll be salivating over this next dish. It's a chicken and roast veg crustless quiche. And I think chunks of Woolies butter-basted chicken with loads of roasted veggies in between and feta and cream nestled into parmesan crust. It's an easy to make, cheesy crowd pleaser, if you will. So, Chef Clem,
So this is a great way to save money. And again, that money that you save, we said a good idea is when you see the amount that you saved on the till at the end, that's a great amount to like donate to fill a bag. So I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you save some money. There we go. I'm gonna help you save some money. So the eating promo right now, you either get this beautiful butter basted chicken breasts. We know how amazing butter basting, brining, it's all in there. Or you get the fish cakes, or you get the casserole chops, or you get the macaroni and cheese. That's your first selection, right? Then for your sides, you either get the roasted veg or you get the salad. Then for your dessert, you either get this beautiful fruit medley or you get a milk tart. You pick and match whatever your combination is. So what I did was I went to the chicken, I went to the roast veg, and I went with my salad. Let me show you how I put it all together. Okay, good. Super simple. And again, just didn't mean to make it low carb, but this one's low carb. It's really great. Take some Parmesan cheese. It's really great. This is gonna be, this is gonna like help our quiche not stick, but it also adds a beautiful cheesy crust. Yes. Super simple.
What did you, is it just kind of like butter at the bottom? What did you add to the bottom?
You can use butter. You can use a bit of like non-stick kitchen spray. Okay. The Parmesan will stick. I roasted my vegetables, super easy. That's going in. This is honestly a great way to get dinner at the table, and especially because you can make it early in the day for dinner, because the best quiches are at room temperature.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Okay. Beautiful chicken. Just slice that up, chunk it up beautifully. Keep it nice and chunky.
And you've probably taken the healthiest part of the chicken as well, which is the breast.
The breast. You can take the skin off if you wanted to.
Nah,
I'm not being that pedantic about it.
Don't be that person.
Then we're gonna make something called a royale.
A royale?
Fancy for a custard. Okay, eggs going up.
Wait, where do they call it a royale?
When you make a quiche,
yes,
they call it a royale.
The custard is called a royale, but when you're making a dessert, the custard is called the custard.
It's called, or the anglaise. We're just coming at you with the words today, South Africa. Okay, a little bit of feta going in there. A little bit of that saltiness with the vegetables going in.
Anglaise.
Salt. A little bit of milk. A little bit of cream.
How about it?
And then it's so simple. This is how easy. I'm doing it real time, South Africa.
That is like so quick.
Real time.
Relax. We got time.
30 seconds. So yeah, basically you're gonna just bring your royale together, your custard, and then you pour it over.
Yeah.
Fill up that dish.
Wow.
You could also do this in a springform tin. You know we love our springform tins here because we just pop everything out of the tin. Yeah. So all you're gonna do then, a little bit of chives going on there. It's so simple.
Sorry, my mind is stuck on what you just did now with the milk and with the cream. And earlier on, we used the coconut yogurt. Yeah. And I was just thinking, like, if you had coconut milk that you added to the, but this is now on a completely different thing, right? So let's say you take half of the batch of the eggs and you add some coconut milk to it, and then some cream, and then you kind of whip up a little desserty thing that you could mix in with the fruit.
Why are you coming for my job?
What are you talking about? You inspire me, Chef Claire. That's what it's about.
I like it. Yes, totally do that.
It's just like my mind.
I love it.
Yeah.
Comes out the oven. Mix it up. I like that idea with the coconut. Mix it up. Comes out the oven. Serve it with your beautiful veggie, your fruit that you got, and the yogurt. Daily difference, by the way, for the plain yogurt. Yeah. Kat, everybody's eating. Everybody's happy, and you're saving. You're able to give back to fill a bag.
Dude, and it looks.
And it's low carb again. It's low carb.
Wow. Like, I'm just very impressed with how fancy it looks. I mean, how quickly you prepared it. It's going to go into the oven and it comes out looking like that. Absolutely incredible, inspiring stuff, and hopefully it's inspired your dinner plans for this evening. Check out the recipe on our website, expressoshow.com, and as always, thank you very much, Chef Claire. Look at that. Delicious.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Let's get back into medical matters right now. As a parent, hearing your child cough may make you feel uneasy. Whether your child has been coughing for a few days or a few weeks, it's vital to determine what the cause is and what the best treatment is for that specific type of cough. We're about to chat to pediatrician Dr. Mashandri Naidu on the different types of coughs your child may be experiencing and how we as parents can treat it. Doctor, very good morning. How are you?
Morning, Graham. Thanks for having me on the show. Well, thank you.
An absolute pleasure. I've got a little one, a 3-year-old boy, so this is something that really interests me. And maybe this is a silly question, but I have to ask, because I'd love to know, do children get coughs for the same reason that adults do?
No, they don't, Graham. I think we need to understand that children are not mini adults. Cough in children will differ from adults, firstly in its presentation and its cause, as well as its management. And some of the factors that actually contribute to this is the fact that children have a completely different anatomical airway structure, and they don't control their cough reflex the same way that adults do. So the causes are definitely very different in a child and an adult.
Okay, so that being said, what does it mean then when a child coughs specifically? Is it this kind of the body's natural defense system to clear mucus? What is happening within a child's respiratory system when they cough?
Sure. So coughing is a vital protective reflex mechanism in order to keep our respiratory systems clear. It is an act that clears mucus particles, foreign bodies, and microbes from our breathing passages and our throat. So if a cough receptor within the lining of our airway gets irritated, then nerve signals are passed on to the cough center in the brain, which then will stimulate a series of coordinated muscular actions resulting in a cough. So cough being protective should not actually be suppressed until the underlying cause of the cough is identified.
The body's doing what it has to do. So I would imagine we move through phases of a cough. You have an acute type of cough, then you've got the chronic cough. What's the key difference between the two?
Sure. We as doctors use the terms acute and chronic to define the time frame of a cough. So in a child, a cough that lasts less than 4 weeks will be called an acute cough. And generally, the most common cause would be a viral respiratory tract infection. Any cough that lasts longer than 4 weeks is termed chronic and does need further investigation.
So we know viruses are often the culprits. What are the most common causes in children? Where are they most at risk? I'm just thinking about when my boy was coming and going from creche. It seemed to be the main culprit there. And how do we effectively treat coughs and the different types?
Cough is one of the most common presenting complaints to general practitioners as well as pediatricians, and it impacts a child's ability to play, to feed, to sleep, and is often a huge source of concern for parents as well. Acute viral respiratory tract infections are the commonest cause of cough in children. The majority of children will cough for up to 10 to 14 days, but a percentage, at least 10%, might still cough at day 25. So these viral infections can present as common colds, as bronchiolitis, as croup, or as influenza. Generally, being a viral illness, the treatment is supportive. So paracetamol for pain and fever, making sure your child is well hydrated, and using saline rinses. Antibiotics are also ineffective in treating a viral-induced cough and should be avoided at all costs. The other common cough cause would be asthma in children. We see a lot of this, and allergies are on the rise, and asthma is treated very differently and would require chronic use of an inhaled corticosteroid.
At what point, obviously you've given us a time frame for that cough to be sticking around, but at what point and with what sorts of symptoms should we become concerned as parents?
Sure. I think in a child who is coughing, the following alarm bells should ring for parents as well as for doctors. So in a child that's got persistent fever with rapid breathing, a child that's got shortness of breath, or if a child looks dusky in color, that child needs urgent attention because you would like to exclude a pneumonia.
Sure.
Other red flags would be the sudden onset of cough post an episode of choking. This could indicate inhalation of a foreign body. Or any child that has a chronic cough with loss of weight, night sweats, needs further investigation, or a chronic wet cough with sputum production would also need to be investigated further.
Doctor, thank you so much. Some absolute gems in there. Thank you for your time this morning and your insights. We really appreciate it.
Absolute pleasure, Graham. Thank you.
These insights were brought to you by Dilinct Junior, a cough syrup especially formulated for alleviating coughs in young children. Dilinct Junior is sugar and alcohol free and recommended for children 2 years and older.
Dilinct Junior clears a wet cough and thins and loosens chest mucus, suitable for children from the age of 2 years. Oh, hey, you guys. Welcome. We are playing a game. And so far, our cat daddy has been on a lucky winning streak this week. Yes.
Did you say cat daddy?
Cat daddy.
Hey,
oh, yes. We saw you defeating Raul on Monday in our 5-second game, showing us all those abs. But the question is, will he have what it takes to beat Mama Bear, Jamie Lee Domberg? Well, today is a battle, the battle of the parents, as the theme is all things kids and parenthood this morning. And of course, you're not just playing for the title of the 5-second game, but also for our highly coveted peanut butter Oma rusks. And as I can tell you now, so good.
So,
Jamie!
You know the pressure that comes with this, the battle of the parents. Like, our kids are going to look back at this one day and go, Mom, wow, you embarrassed me. You lost to cat daddy.
Why, Mom? You really are playing for your kids right now. And we know that your kids are watching right now. So please, Phoenix cannot be let down. And of course, baby Luca cannot be let down. Jamie, let's start with you. Jamie, you got 5 seconds to answer 3 questions. Name 3 girls' names that start with a K.
Corden, Kim and Kelly.
Sure. Do you say King?
Kim.
Oh, Kim. Okay, correct. Kat, name 3 boys' names that start with a J.
James, Jimmy, Jonathan.
Congratulations, well done. On to the next question. Jamie Lee, name 3 kids' movies.
Superman, Batman, Power Rangers, the movie.
Kids' movies, guys?
Yeah.
Was Batman a kids' movie?
It is. It depends which kid.
Okay, let's keep it moving.
Young
Let's
at
keep
heart.
moving. Kat,
Young
name
at
3 cartoon characters.
Okay, Popeye, Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse.
Well done, Jamie. Name 3 of Kim Kardashian's kids.
Saint, North, and Psalm, Chicago.
Wow.
All of them.
Sure, that's the entire Kardashian family. Kardashian West.
Kat, name 3 celeb parents. That's an easy one.
Parents? Oh, Jennifer Aniston, Bradley Pitt, and Jennifer. What's going on? What's going on?
Bye.
Oh, my word.
Sorry. Jamie, bye. Okay, Jamie Lee, name 3 excuses kids give to have more sweets.
My tummy sore, my head is paining, and Mommy, I'm just tired.
To get more sweets?
Yeah.
Mommy, I'm just tired. I want sweets.
Yes. Mommy,
Kids
I'm
will say that,
tired.
I'm
Please
sure.
give me sweets.
Kat, name
Jamie.
3
You know that
excuses
that's-
you give to get out of changing a nappy.
Oh, my fingers are bleeding. Oh, it smells.
That does qualify as an answer, I'm sure. Jamie, name 3 things you'd find in a mom's handbag. Ooh.
Hand sanitizer, nail clippers, and baby wipes.
Why are the nail clippers there?
Because you
On
never
time.
know. Hey?
Well, you might want to just be randomly.
Yeah, just like taking your child to an audition and you need to cut the nails while you're at the audition. I don't know, but there's it.
Yikes. Okay, Kat, name 3 kids' toys. Congratulations, Jamie, that was a point. Kat, name 3 kids' toys. Yep.
Lego, speeding car, teddy bear.
Okay, well done, Jamie. 3 things you wanted to be when you were a kid.
A TV presenter, a dancer, and a singer. But not like a singer.
Kat, speaking of singers, sing 3 nursery rhymes in 5 seconds.
Mary had a little lamb, the wheels on the bus go round and round. Oh, MacDonald had a farm.
Wow, well done. Kat, Daddy, doing it for
I forgot
Phoenix.
Johnny, Papa.
Okay.
Johnny, yes, Papa.
That was the last, obviously, round of questions there, and I'm just waiting for the
Do I
answer
not get a
on
bonus
who
point for
has
that last one?
won.
Like 3
That was
nursery rhymes
very
in 5
impressive. But let's
seconds?
hear what our auditors upstairs have to say.
Bonus
the
point,
winner
please.
of this challenge
Please.
is Jamie Lee Dunberg. Come on. Well done. Jamie Lee Dunberg claiming the title and defeating our very own Cat Daddy. I'm sorry, Cat. I'm so sorry. And Phoenix, sorry, Papa. But of course, for you at home, you have a chance to win with Oma Rusks too in our 24-hour dipping challenge. Yes, send us a photo of you dipping in Oma for breakfast, and you could be one of 3 winners to walk away with an Oma Rusks hamper worth 500 Rand. It's amazing. And that's enough Rusks for the whole year. And of course, you can enter on the Expresso Facebook or Twitter page. Remember to include the hashtag #AnytimeIsDippingTime, and you have until tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock to enter. Also, the crying is not going to help your cause, Kat. You've already embarrassed your child. You can't now be crying to add on.
I just want him to know in life you're going to get knocked down as long as you get up once again, my son. As long as you get up once again, you're going to be all right.
But that's
We're
fine.
going to be
Auntie Jane's always going to be here for
Terms and conditions apply.
Favorite Oma Rusks just got a whole lot more yum yum with the all-new peanut butter flavor. Anytime is dipping time.
What's better than a sugar-coated, deliciously crispy golden brown donut and 100% Arabica beans brewed to perfection? Treat yourself and warm up your morning with a little sweetness from McCafe with the all-new mini donut and cappuccino offer. A little lovin' doesn't have to cost a lot. Great coffee, simple. Are you tired of conference calls, connectivity problems, and need to go on site or be in the boardroom? Well, Mango are soaring the skies once again. As we navigate through this new normal, businesses need to recover, and Mango cares about business. For affordable and reliable business and essential travel, visit www.flymango.com. Go discover more. Go Mango. Book now. Terms and conditions apply.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
The Cape Town City Ballet's last visit to the Expresso studios was a little bit different to this one. We were counting down the festive season and couldn't wait to see their fun and enchanting new Christmas production. Let's take a quick trip down memory lane.
Tell you what, we're having so much fun in studio this morning. We've got the Cape Town City Ballet here. Joining us, the cast members of A Christmas Carol, the brand new show that'll be on in Durban. For that, everybody ready for our plie? 3, 2, 1. Delicious.
Oh, what a time. All those memories and the feel-good that you get just seeing these wonderful and talented people perform. And we're joined on the line this morning by the CEO of the Cape Town City Ballet. It's Debbie Turner. Debbie, good morning. Thank you so much for making time.
Good morning. It's my pleasure.
Debbie, the Cape Town City Ballet, I mean, you know, your premises closed on the 16th of March as a safety measure during the unprecedented times of COVID-19. How have the dancers and the teachers and everyone involved been keeping in touch and sharing material during this time?
Well, the dancers have been great in terms of we started a WhatsApp group, obviously, as the kind of the default thing I think that everybody does, just to keep everybody connected the best way that we could. The dancers have been doing classes via Zoom and also conducting some rehearsals and new creations via Zoom.
Now, it's safe to say that dancing heavily relies on remaining mentally and physically fit, but how have your dancers managed to keep their heads above water during these unprecedented times as well?
The self-discipline that dancers have has really, really helped them in this difficult time. They do yoga, they do Pilates besides their daily ballet class, and also they're a very tight community that support one another incredibly. So even though dancers might live alone, some live together, there's been a spirit of camaraderie and support for one another emotionally and psychologically during this time. I think they've done brilliantly well. I'm very, very proud of each and every one of them.
How are you making use of digital channels during this time?
One of our projects that we're very proud of, that in actual fact was the brainchild of Louis Heinemann, who's the executive director of the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra, approached me pretty early in the lockdown to do something collaboratively with the Philharmonic Orchestra, because, you know, they've been long-time partners of Cape Town City Ballet. We try to use them as much as possible in our performances, but, you know, live music and live dance or any live performance is an expensive exercise. So this was a wonderful opportunity for us to collaborate in a different way, where a recording of the Cape Town Philharmonic Orchestra of the Waltz from Swan Lake was sent to each of the dancers, and they created 20 to 30 seconds of their own movement in their own space, and they had absolute creative freedom to do whatever they liked. And so that took place. So they were given sort of about 10 days to do that. And then Louis Heinemann's team edited the film that became the Lockdown Waltz. That's today just over 40,000 views on YouTube. And then there was also the hashtag Don't Rush challenge that we rose to the challenge from the ballet company in Johannesburg, and the dancers had amazing fun creating the Don't Rush material, which of course was completely different to the Lockdown Waltz. So we're busy with 3 projects at the moment. One is a collaboration with Cape Town Opera, directed by Matthew Wild. Then one that is a collaboration with the Norval Foundation, which is a contemporary African art gallery, relatively new, as in it's 2 years in the Cape Town space. So with William Kentridge's exhibition as a backdrop, which is a huge honor and privilege for us, and we're very grateful to Ilana Brandon and Louis Norval of the Norval Foundation to afford us that opportunity to use the space. And then, of course, our home is Artscape, and we are creating a very special thing that we're filming in Artscape in mid-July. So we're busy, busy, busy.
Well, Debbie Turner, it is lovely to hear that you're still keeping the dancers mentally and physically active during this time. All the best for the future, and keep serving us with that content. We love seeing that waltz. Maybe Tabisa and myself will try that one time.
Yeah, I think that the next time you see us, myself and Jamie Lee will be stepping into an allegro and getting ready
That would be wonderful.
Yeah, we're going to be assembling. Well, that's fantastic. We'll be getting in touch with you. I'll send you a WhatsApp, and then let's make sure we get some WhatsApp tutorials from you so we're ready for when it does come out. But Thank you indeed, Debbie Turner, of course, who is the CEO of the Cape Town City Ballet. Keeping mentally and physically fit during these times is so important for everyone, certainly for the dancers as well. The lockdown waltz video, it might have convinced me, I think, to try out some moves, and it seems like Jamie Lee's also into it as well. Maybe you are too. Send us pictures if you are doing it.
Well, the winter chills are truly upon us. You can feel it first thing when you kick the blankets off in the morning. So it's inspiring us in the kitchen, so we thought that we'd serve up something fresh, something fragrant and spicy, perfect midweek pick-me-up. So we're talking about none other than the Be Well Thai Red Curry, and it's a dish that's cram-packed with immune-boosting ingredients like chili, there's garlic, and there's ginger as well. And we'll be making our curry paste from scratch using Be Well pure canola oil and the freshest and finest ingredients that are available this season. Chef Mo, you ready for this?
I'm so ready. Are you?
I am. Making a curry paste from scratch. That's something I'm very, very interested in.
Yes.
Yeah.
So have you ever made a curry paste from scratch?
I have never. I'm always store-bought. Like,
okay.
Especially like when I have like loads of chicken and I don't know what to do with it, chicken and veggies, and I'm like, you go, oh, there's a Thai red curry, Thai green curry, boom, into the pot, done. I've never made it on my own before.
I think your life's going to change today.
Okay.
Because you will never buy the store-bought stuff again. This is going to be a beautiful, fresh red curry paste that we're making. So in here, we've got some dehydrated chilies. Yes. And this is what makes the curry red. Okay.
Dehydrated, but you hydrated them in something there?
In some water, yeah.
Oh, just some water?
Just to like, boost their flavors a bit.
Yeah. And of course we're making a paste, so you need it to be a bit more plumper than just completely dry.
Yeah. I love the idea of hydrated or dehydrated chilies because they last longer in your store cupboards. Yes. Because my chilies, they always just die.
Do you not use them often enough?
No.
You're scared of the heat?
Sometimes.
Okay. So you've added some onions and garlic in there,
and
right?
some lemongrass.
Some lemongrass. That was not garlic, it was lemongrass.
Yeah. We go with some ginger. They usually use galangal in typical Asian curries.
Is galangal a type of ginger?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we've got coriander. Now, coriander roots usually have the little bits at the bottom. So you can't usually find that in stores. So then just use normal coriander and the stems as well.
Okay.
Don't throw the stems away. Okay.
Then?
Fish sauce for that umami flavor.
We talked about that yesterday. Umami.
Yes. Cumin and coriander and a little bit of lime juice just for that zingy taste.
And all of that makes a red Thai curry paste.
A red Thai curry paste.
Thai red curry paste.
Yes. So basically you can do it like this or in a blender until you have a beautiful smooth paste. Now don't be alarmed that it's not red. That's just because, usually with the shop-bought stuff they add flavorants and colorants to it. This is fresh.
Okay,
so you're good to go.
So when you eat it, you'll definitely know that it's Thai red curry paste.
Definitely. So I would recommend that you also maybe make a large amount, store it in a jar, and then you're good to go.
Good stuff, good stuff. Of course, you can find all of these guidelines and helpful tips on our website, expressoshow.com, which is also where the recipe is. So to that pot, which is searing hot.
Yes, we're literally frying our onions.
And you're frying them in the Be Well canola oil.
Some Be Well canola oil. It's the only oil that's got the cancer seal, which means that the ratios of omega-3 to 6 is 2 to 1.
Okay.
Omega-6 to omega-3.
Yeah, so it helps to reduce those risk factors associated with cancer.
So to that, you add your curry paste. Beautiful. It just like awakens your senses.
Yeah.
So if you have sinuses, that's a thing of the past. Add in your coconut milk.
Wow, that pot is just, there's a party in there.
Sizzling.
Yeah.
And then any vegetables that you want. I've got some broccoli, some green beans, and then also typical of like authentic curries, they add bamboo shoots.
How?
Yeah.
Bamboo shoots, okay.
And water chestnuts.
Water chestnuts?
Have you ever?
Yeah, those aren't like the regular veggies you find in the store, hey?
No.
Are they at specialized stores?
Usually at like Asian grocers.
Yes.
But you can have a look around.
Okay.
Yeah.
But feel free to kind of include
Any
whatever vegetables you like to have in there. Okay.
Yeah. So you're just keeping it real, like 100 today. You know what I'm saying? And that's it.
Stir it up and you're going to let it cook through until the veggies have softened?
Softened, and then serve it up with some nice coconut rice or
Lovely.
whichever tickles your fancy.
And if you like, you can just add some, add a bit of a choice of protein if you want as well. If you have those buttered chicken pieces from earlier on, chop them up and add them in there.
Absolutely.
How about it? Sounds good.
Yes.
Chef Mo, thank you very much. I mean, that really is a curry in a hurry. I mean, that was a 3 minutes flat. Wow. Now, for more delicious and healthy conscious recipes, head on over to bewellfoods.co.za to download your free immune boosting cookbook. And if you missed the steps, here's a quick recap.
Visit bewellfoods.co.za to download your free immune boosting cookbook today. Be well, love, food, life.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso, on SABC3. Thanks for joining us at the start of a brand new day on this Wednesday morning. Now, here's a question for you. What do you do with all the books that are in your garage that you probably will never use or read again? Well, one, you could sell them, or you could do like Somerset West married couple Carolyn and Stefan Kramer and start a pop-up book sharing library with the community. Now, theirs is called The Lazy Library, and they've been running it during lockdown, providing free access to books and entertainment for youngsters. Now, Carolyn joins us via video call to tell us a little bit more about the library. Carolyn, a very good morning. Thanks for taking the time to chat.
Hi, good morning.
I assume you're somewhere very close to a busy highway listening to the sounds behind you there. Where are you this morning?
Yeah, I'm in Somerset West. I'm on my street. the library happens just across the road from my house, so I'm just standing outside in the very fresh air to show you the library.
Beautiful stuff. So let's talk about that. How did this idea for a community library come about in the way that you've imagined it?
Okay, so there's no one around, so I'm just going to take that off.
All right.
Yeah, I think like most people, we started doing a bit of a spring clean at the start of hard lockdown and just realized the sheer volume of great books that we had in our garage. And we weren't really too sure what to do with them because they're great books. You don't want to just toss them. And then realized, well, people don't actually have access to books at the moment. The libraries were closed.
True.
The bookshops were even closed. And we thought, well, what about making them available to the community? And so one day we just packed them into crates and we packed them outside onto the pavement, and that is the start of something which we just really didn't expect. It's been a real hit, so we've had to keep doing it.
Yeah, we're seeing some fantastic pictures from the Lazy Library over there. Wonderful stuff, and great to know that the community is also donating books, as I understand the way that the system works. Tell me about the kinds of books that you have available there.
So I think probably in highest demand are the kids' books. Yeah. Obviously, kids go through books really quickly. So a lot of families make it a bit of a family outing. They ride their bikes and so on to the library, a couple of times a week and collect books. We also have some kids' puzzles, which are also popular because you really don't want to make the same puzzle over and over. So for kids to be able to swap puzzles has been really great. And then we have lots of adult books, mostly novels, but all sorts, like classics to light and fluffies to just great literature. So yeah, we're a family of book lovers, so it's a bonus for us because, we thought the stock of books would shrink over time, but it's more than doubled. So actually now we have access to new books all the time, which has been amazing.
That's amazing. And you're open 3 times a week. So, I mean, obviously the demand must be very high. Now, as most libraries work, you need a library card, you're registered, and then they stamp your card or scan your card. But you work on a trust system where people can just take a book or just take a DVD and then bring it back whenever they're done. So tell us about that and how you've also implemented safety protocols, especially during this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, we were not up for any kind of admin. We did not want to be, checking up on people or anything like that. So we literally have put the books out. And sorry, thanks. You mentioned that there's also DVDs. And then people take them, and if they don't bring them back, well, we're never going to know. But they really are bringing them back. We did have 1 or 2 people sort of almost knocking on our gate and saying, I'm just bringing them back, That's fine, cool. Yeah, it's really been great. It's been a beautiful display of humanity, really, because people have donated and they've like carried the project. They've owned it and they've wanted to contribute rather than just wanting to take.
Yeah, and I think I saw a bottle of sanitizer in one of the pictures as well. So obviously the safety of not just you as a family, but those who come to visit your library is also very important and something that you keep in mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry, I'm just moving away because someone's come and I don't have a mask on, so I'm just keeping my distance there. We do keep sanitizer here, and we obviously have signs up and encourage people to use the hand sanitizer before touching any of the goods.
That's amazing. And I believe that one of your daughters has also gotten involved reviewing some of the books for the neighborhood kids. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so she's a real little bookworm. She absolutely loves to read.
Oh, wow.
Pleasure. Sorry. And she's always sort of scanning the crates, and because we're packing them out, the whole family packs them out, so many times, you get familiar with how they look. So we can spot a new book, and she gets really excited when there's some new books, and she gets first dibs on them, and then she likes to do little book reviews, which has been really cool.
Wonderful stuff, Carolyn. Great to see what your family is doing for the community out there. Keep going, and thank you very much for joining us. You can check out @The Lazy Library on social media. Have a wonderful day, Carolyn.
Thank you.
There we go. A little outro shot there of the library live as it's happening right now in Somerset West. As I said, a great way to get the community together.
That is some stunning work out there. Well done, guys. But listen, it's all been about family and all the milestones you may have enjoyed during this time as a family. We received some comments from you, maybe a new baby in the family, maybe a marriage. We've received some. The first comment from Althea. Hi.
Hi, saying good morning, team. We are blessed with our beautiful girl, our little girl, Kenya Sophia, the first grandchild to the grandparents on both sides. And she's just amazing. Indeed, she is a bundle of life and love.
Look at that. Nothing more joyful than seeing a little one, a brand new one at that. Nick Lombard said there were newborn twin babies in the family during lockdown, a wedding for two over Zoom that we all attended, and a marriage proposal. Was a very exciting lockdown indeed. So much activity, so much action for one family, but it's so beautiful.
Birthdays, so
everything. A mashup, you've got to love it. But thank you so much for hanging out with us this morning. It's been so fantastic. We've been so inspired and so overjoyed seeing all of the experiences that you've shared with us on our social media of your family, new life, marriages, and all those new beginnings. We love it. Continue to connect with us on our Facebook. We'll see you again tomorrow morning.
Absolutely. It's been great. Have a wonderful Wednesday. See you bright and early tomorrow morning. Make someone smile out there.
Ciao, ciao, meow, meow.
Bye.
Expresso Show, made with love by Clover. Another feel-good production.